Hey guys, welcome back. It's Coach Bob. Today we are going to be taking a sneak peek preview of the workouts that are coming up this week. So stay tuned for that. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to take a look at the workouts that are coming up this week, sneak peek behind the scenes. And in order to help with that, I've taken the CrossFit Level 1 handbook and I went through the section that they have on programming to help us to categorize and understand a little bit deeper what's behind some of these workouts. All right, so if we look here, the first thing that we think about when we look at these workouts is probably, what movements are there going to be in this workout? And the CrossFit Level 1 guide divides the workouts or movements, I should say, into what they call modalities. So these are the gymnastics modalities like an air squat, pull up, push up, dip, handstand push up. These are all of our body weight kinds of movements, right? The next one they call metabolic conditioning. They used to call it the monostructural. These are the ones that are like running, biking, rowing, jump rope, where you're doing the movement over and over and over and over again, like running, where you might have 3,000 strides in your mile run or something like that. And then the third modality is weightlifting. So when we look at today's workouts, one of the things that we're going to do is we're going to look at the movements and categorize them into either this is a gymnastics workout, or this is a metabolic conditioning workout, or this is a weightlifting workout, or maybe, as often is the case, some combination of these. This one combines gymnastics and weightlifting, okay? In addition to looking at the modality of the workout, I also want to look at the priority that the workout is placing. Some workouts are single element. What that means is that we're placing the priority on that one movement. We're just going to focus on improving our weightlifting movement, maybe our deadlifts, or we would be focusing on a skill level in our gymnastics, or just, spending some good time with one of our endurance kinds of movements. Not too common, but from time to time, we will see a single element kind of workout that's going to focus on one thing. So we'll see if we see any of those this week. The two more popular ones are going to be task or time priority. Task is where it's the amount of work is specified and we complete it usually for time. 3 rounds for time, 5 rounds for time. Do this work. Here's a chipper. Do the things on here for time. Time priority is, look, the most important thing here is that we work for 20 minutes. We have a 20-minute AMRAP. That's time priority, or a 12-minute AMRAP. That's time priority because we're prioritizing the amount of time that we're working in the workout. I came up with another category here that I didn't see in the CrossFit Level 1 handbook per se in programming, but it is a very valuable way of looking at workouts, and that's the intensity. CrossFit will say that, hey, we perform functional movements constantly varied at high intensity, but the intensity does vary in different workouts. And so I think it's important for us to look at workouts and categorize them by these different intensities. The first one is threshold. So a threshold workout is designed to build and improve our lactic threshold. And this would be characterized as a workout that is comfortably hard. The next intensity level is interval. Intervals are intended to be hard. They tend to develop the VO2 max. And for that reason, during the work interval, we want to work at maximum oxygen uptake, VO2 max. And then during the rest interval, obviously, we're resting. Repeats, the rest interval is intentionally long, probably 3 times the length of the work interval. That's because we want to be fast or lift heavy or be skillful. And so the focus there is on essentially the quality of work that we're doing in each one of those individual work intervals for our repeats. The last one I thought also deserved to be on here, and I'm going to call it cruise. And that's where we have a long, slow distance or volume work that we're doing, where the intensity is going to generally be lower, moderate, or easy. But we're really focusing on the duration, the distance, the amount of work that we're going to do over a long period of time. All right, so here we go. Right down below, I have the workouts of the day. So we're looking at the workouts coming up on Monday through Friday, Saturday, and Sunday this week. And this is the first time I'm looking at all of these. So what we're going to do is we're going to take a look at each one of these and try to categorize it. So on Monday, it looks like we have one workout that's the same workout for all programming tracks. And this workout here is 4 rounds for time, 500 meters row, 12 burpee pull-ups, and 21 box jumps. So if we look at the modality, we have a monostructural movement with the rowing. We have a gymnastics combo movement, burpee and pull-up. And then we have another gymnastics movement with the box jumps. So Monday looks like it is a endurance monostructural plus a gymnastics workout. We also see that it's 4 rounds for time. So this is going to be a work priority. We're going to do the defined work, the 500 meters rowing, the burpee pull-ups, and the box jumps. And this workout is for time. When we look at a for time workout, it's generally going to be a threshold kind of a workout. The duration of this workout, if we took a quick guess at it, 500 meters row, I always think of that as 2 minutes. You may be faster, you may be slower. 12 burpee pull-ups, that's about a minute, I guess. And then 21 box jumps could be a minute, depending on how we're pushing the pace. 2, 3, 4, maybe 5 minutes now. This could be somewhere between 16 and 20 minutes, just a guess. And so that's definitely going to be threshold. We're looking at being able to sustain our effort throughout all 4 rounds without taking long rests. So that's going to put us right in that threshold area where it's going to be comfortably hard. That means we're going to push up against that lactate threshold, but we're not going to red line in this workout. All right, let's take a look at Tuesday. So I just scroll this over, and this looks like this workout has multiple parts to it. So we'll start with part 1. So part 1 is 5 sets of 3 overhead squats every minute. So this is 5 minutes of lifting. We're doing 3 overhead squats within that minute, resting with whatever amount of time is left, and then completing another 3. So this is certainly a repeat workout, meaning we are going to be doing a single movement, and that we're going to be focusing on the quality of the movement, the mechanics of the movement. You should have sufficient time in here to rest so that over the 5 sets, you are going to move well. We're prioritizing movement quality. You can also prioritize the load on the barbell as well. Once you have your consistency and your mechanics dialed in, then the next thing to go after here would be load on the barbell. So theoretically, you could build on this workout over those 5 sets, I would imagine, just taking a look at it. And the score is for heaviest load. So it does look like we're focusing on that single movement. Next part is, it looks like it's play on a benchmark workout called Nancy. It's called Negative Nancy. So, oh my gosh. So we have 21 overhead squats, 800 meters run, 18 overhead squats, 600 meter run, 15, 400, 12, and 200. Okay. So Nancy is typically 5 rounds for time, and you are doing always the same number of overhead squats. I believe it's 15 in every round, and a 400 meter run in every round. So you're running regular Nancy's 2,000 meters. Here we also have 2,000 meters, but it's front loaded, right? So we have 800 meters up front, then we have 600 meters, then 400, then 200. So it's descending. And then we have, let's see, we had 15, we'd have 75 kinds of overhead squats. And if I add this up, we have 30 plus 30 plus 15. So that's another 75. So it's just taking Nancy and then kind of front end loading it. So that first round is designed to be a little longer, and then you decreasing reps. So when we see decreasing repetitions in a workout, that's typically done to preserve intensity throughout the workout. So this is quickly going to throw us into a threshold environment where, if we're not careful, we'll cross that threshold, and then it'll be very painful down round 2, round 3, round 4, more painful than it needs to be. So watch ourselves on that intensity on this workout, being that it's a threshold workout. We're looking to have a consistent pace, so it should feel comfortably hard throughout the entire workout. Okay. The sweat version, I'm not going to go over that. You'll get that in the class, and then it's just going to probably modify the movements and the weights on the barbell. So let's move on. So every 2 minutes and 30 seconds for 10 rounds, we're going to do 3 movements. 10 hang power cleans, 30 double unders, and 500 meters on the bike. Oh boy. Let's see if we can figure out what this is. Well, we have weightlifting, we have monostructural and monostructural. Does 2.5 minutes give me enough time to rest here? 10 hang power cleans. I am looking at the compete and train. That's too heavy for me, but to get 10 quickly. But compete and train, you should be able to do those unbroken. The 30 double unders unbroken. So let's add this up. We've got 10 hang cleans. That's 30 seconds each. And then double unders is 30 seconds or less. And 500 meters on the bike is a minute. This is almost 2 minutes worth of work. I suppose you could do it in a minute 40. This looks like an interval workout where you are earning your rest in each round. You got to work hard, and it should be hard. So that you can get off of the bike and have sufficient rest. And I would be targeting about 1 minute and 15 seconds around. That just doesn't seem doable with this work. So be careful. This workout may push us into a little bit more of a threshold because we may not be getting sufficient rest in there if we are struggling a little bit with the barbell or struggling at all with the double unders and whatnot. So the coaches are going to give us specific guidance. This is just my first look at it. I might be wrong on this one. So we'll see how the coaches, what the real intent is behind this one. But if I had to make a guess, I would say I would go with the interval, and that you're earning your rest. You do want to rest in each one of those 10 rounds. So this is definitely meant to build the VO2 max and the high intensity intervals. All right, that looks fun. Oh, thank goodness. That's the only thing during the day. Okay, so that's 25 minutes long. So that one, I'm pretty sure we're going to have work up front in that to really establish the right load on the barbell and the right amount of scaling on this one so that we can really dial it in before we actually go live on that workout and do it for real. For reals. All right, looking at Thursday. Okay, so here is Thursday. It's called 5K Aaron or 5 Karen, a play on the CrossFit benchmark workout Karen. Karen is a benchmark workout where it is a single movement, wall balls, and there's 150 of them, and it's 150 wall balls for time. This workout is different. Wow. So we have 5 rounds. In each round, we are going to complete a 1K run and 30 wall balls. So the 2 movements we have on here are monostructural and wall balls. I might call weightlifting. I'd have to go back and look at the chart, but we are moving a weight and thrusting it overhead. So I would say it's a weightlifting movement. And that's it. It's a long workout, 40 minutes. In that 40 minutes, you would be completing a total of 5,000 meters running or 5K. And you'd also be finishing a version of Karen with 150 wall balls. So this workout being broken up into 2 pieces like that, we call that a couplet. So you're going to complete your 1K run and then 30 wall balls, head back out and so on. The big thing here is that this one is a threshold workout. It's not an interval workout. It's you have to, in order to do well in this workout, you have to know what your pace, what the right pace is for your run and the right pace is for your wall balls. You have to dial in being at and around threshold to get the most out of this workout and to get your best time. What do I mean by that? If we go too slow on the run, then it's going to eat up a lot of time on the clock. It's going to be too comfortable. And then we'll just kind of chip away to 30 wall balls. We'll definitely be running out of time. And we would be essentially leaving some intensity on the table that we could have gone after and developed some good threshold development on that. If we go too fast on the run, we run let's say we run our 1K run at our mile pace. Then when we come in for the wall balls, we're going to be pretty fatigued. Those wall balls are going to be hard. They're going to take longer than they need to be. And so you can see how that's not going to go very well. There are 5 rounds. Since we're running a 5K in this one, plus doing Karen, the way I would structure that and look at the running times is that if you had run a 5K race, take that time and figure out what your mile time on that was. So like if you completed your 5K in 27 minutes, you're running a 9-minute mile. Then you want to add about 20% onto that time. So every minute, 20% is about 12 seconds. So I would add maybe a minute onto my mile time. So I might be running at my 10K pace for this workout, not my 5K pace. If you run your 5K pace, then there's not going to be anything left for the wall balls. You only have so much energy. So you want to dial back on that run a little bit to more like your 10K race time. That would probably be about right. All right, so let's take a look at Friday's workout. So for Friday, we have a multi-part workout. The first part 1A, is 2x3 power snatches. It says for your heaviest load. There's no time listed here, so this is definitely focusing on the mechanics. You obviously want to make sure that we're moving consistently well, and then finding your heaviest load for 2 sets of 3 power snatches. Once that's done, we have part 1B, and we have another movement. Same thing, 2 sets of 3 push press. So we have weightlifting followed by some more weightlifting, where these are repeat workouts where we're focusing on the quality of the movement, and in this case, going for our heaviest load. Part 2, I love this bar. So we have a 7-minute AMRAP with power snatches, and then every minute on the minute, we're going to do 7 toes to bar. Then we get to rest for 6 minutes. Then we do 7 minutes of bar facing burpees. And on the minute, we do 7 push press. So this is really cool. I like this. I like what they've done with this one. So the first one, the focus is on those power snatches. And I believe we're trying to get as many power snatches as we can. And we're interrupted every minute to do 7 toes to bar. So our weightlifting has to be kind of what has to be prioritized in this first part to get our best score. But we also have to be reasonably efficient on the toes to bar in order for us to be able to get a decent score, because we have to get back to the power snatches. Given that this looks like we have some built-in rest, a 6-minute rest, I'm going to call this one an interval workout. So that 7 minutes has to be relatively hard. We're in a 7-minute kind of time frame on that one, which is a little long for a work interval, but it makes sense. It makes sense to be an interval workout. That means that the intensity has to be high. We're not talking about threshold. We're pushing hard on this one. Okay, we get that 6 minutes of rest though, so we should be feeling fresh coming into the second 7-minute AMRAP. Now the priority is flipped. Now we're going to put the priority on a gymnastics movement where you're getting points for every bar facing burpee. So the priority has to be placed there to get as many points as possible. But you're interrupted every minute for 7 push press. Same story going on there. It's the second interval. We have to push hard on that. And then after that, you have an infinite amount of rest, at least until Saturday when you come back in again. Okay, so let's take a look at Saturday's workout then. See if I can get this over there. Looks like a AC/DC song, All Shook Up. I believe that's AC/DC. Okay, so this workout is 4 time, descending reps from 10 to 1, doing double dumbbell squats. Oh my gosh. And after each round, we are going to do 1 rope climb and a 50-meter dumbbell farmer's carry. So this workout, it looks like it's a single focus on the double dumbbell squats. However, there is some additional work that's woven in there, a rope climb and 50-meter dumbbell farmer's carry. So what I want to do with this one is I want to kind of look at both sides of this. So if we just look at the double dumbbell squats, I want to say Dumbledore for you Harry Potter fans. So we're going to do 10 all the way down to 1. So it's descending rep schemes. That's going to let us maintain intensity throughout all of these. When you do the round of 10, 9, and 8 and start the round of 7, you've completed half of the work in this workout. So after 3 rounds, you're basically done. Or you're not basically done. You're like halfway done. So just that kind of helps mentally as far as keeping moving on this. So that's looking at one direction. The other direction is looking at these rope climbs. So this would be 10 rounds or it says after each round, 10 rounds where I'm going to do 1 rope climb and a farmer's carry. So the work is consistent. It's always 1 rope climb and it's always 50 meters with my dumbbells. So this one is... this is kind of like what do I want to say? I mean, it's a task priority. You have to get this work done. It has to get done before you can get back to the dumbbells. Now looking at both of them together, you have the descending rep scheme, and then you have that rope climb. Early on in the workout, there's going to be long breaks between your rope climbs because you've done 10, you've done 9, you've done 8. But when you get down into the they're all single digits, basically 4, 3, 2, and 1, those rope climbs are coming fast and furious. So there's that aspect of it. So it's almost like increasing intensity. So watch out for that boogeyman hiding there. Stay away from the pain monster. All right. So good luck on that one. And then last workout we're going to review today is Sunday's workout. So Sunday's workout looks like we have a 10-minute AMRAP followed by a 10-minute AMRAP. So 20 total minutes. Our score is going to be the number of rounds plus reps. And we have, in the first part, 2 movements, a double dumbbell box step up. Those can be incredibly challenging. Try not to go too heavy. It doesn't say what size box that is. That's interesting. We're still going through these workouts though, so Andrea may touch up on that one and actually put a weight box height on that. And the Renegade Row, which is some combo movement with the dumbbells, which escapes me at the moment how exactly that's done. I'm not going to demo it here. I'm like sitting in the middle of my workouts. Oh, sorry. And then we have a 10-minute AMRAP of double dumbbell box step-ups and 200-meter runs. So the first part, we got a lot of legs and arms working. 10 minutes, as many rounds as possible. So this is a time priority. Everyone's going to work for 10 minutes. So you just do the best you can. It does take us into threshold. And then the second 10 minutes is really, there's no break. So you go right into that. All told, there's just a lot of double dumbbell box step-ups on there. And then we have that run. That run, with that first run you hit on there is going to be, I got to see that one because we're going to feel, those legs are probably going to feel so heavy at that point. Getting out on that run is going to be hard. All right, guys, I hope you enjoyed this preview of the workouts that come up this week. If you like this kind of content, be sure to like this video so that other members in the gym can also benefit from this little preview. And if you're really liking the content, take a minute to subscribe. That helps us to know that you are enjoying this content. Thank you guys so much. Take care and have a good day. Peace.